Welcome to Milers Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the Parrot. I know what you guys are thinking, and you're probably right. This is nothing more than a clone of a zinc. But see, here's the thing. I picked this blaster up for $30 on AliExpress. No exaggeration, $30. I mean, so your $30 gets you a mag and grip pistol with 6-shot magazine. You can buy extra magazines, by the way, for $8. Okay? You get a pair of safety glasses, and you get some knockoff half darts, which aren't bad at all, but I won't use them just because they're wildly inconsistent. So when I got this blaster, the first thing I noticed is the weight. This thing is really heavy. This is all metal right here. It's got a metal plunger tube, metal barrel. It's got a lot of metal parts to it.
Yay.
For $30, you get a blaster with metal parts in it. That's amazing, actually. It's really good, especially nowadays. Now
China's improving.
Yeah. So now the mag release is in a weird spot. Here's the mag release right here. Right.
It actually has a crisp mag drop.
Yeah. Watch this. Very, very crisp mag drop. And like I said, you can get extra mags for $8. Now, I've seen similar blasters like this on Xanadu Toys, BUI, M416 for about $50. I paid $30 for this. Keep that in mind. Now, the seller on AliExpress that sells these, his ship times say something like 2 months. It never takes 2 months. Okay, I had this blaster in my hand in 3 weeks after I ordered it. It's been a week transitioning through China, and then another 2 weeks transitioning through the United States. And the reason why I know that is because I use a tracking company called Track 17. And as long as the blaster has a Chinese tracking number, you can track it. It'll track Chinese couriers as well. It'll even track Amazon and every other company in between. But because it's Chinese tracking, what'll happen is, like, once it leaves China, you may get a message that says something like, in transit, United States. But you're like, well, all I know is it's the United States, but at least you know it's here in the States. It'll give you an approximate tracking. So it is what it is. Now, here's the other part I didn't tell you about. This blaster, when I ran this blaster on my chronograph, I was shocked. I was dumbfounded. This blaster does 110 FPS right out of the box with no modifications to it. 110 FPS.
And we're legal.
Yeah, it certainly is. This blaster is HVZ legal. 110 FPS for $30. And it's a mag and grip pistol that shoots short darts. You can't beat that. I don't care who you are. That's just impressive. I'm going to fire off a couple shots here. This is just my random dart bin right here, just of like darts I have for testing and stuff like that. So I'm going to load a couple in here. This blaster takes a bunch of different darts. But we'll start out with some of the commoner ones. Like, this is an AF Pro. This is our game phase dart. Generation 3 Plus from Worker. It's just a bunch of just random darts in here. This is one of those SpongeBob darts from the current even. Yes, that's what people call them, the SpongeBob darts. So I've got like 3 or 4 darts loaded in here. Let me give you a firing demo. But this blaster does 110 out of the box. For $30, that's really good. It does have a stiff prime, but it does 110 too. So and I'm out. But just wow, for $30, you can't beat this thing, honestly. I'm truly impressed, and it does take a lot to impress me. Just wow. Beautiful blaster. And like I said, this thing's mostly metal. This has a lot of metal parts in it. You can feel it in your hand how heavy this thing is. This has an amazing build quality for $30. The build quality on this blaster, in my opinion, is as good as the Fire Phoenix, clone of the Valkyrie. That is how good that this build quality is. It's as good of a build quality as that. which is really impressive. But like I said, I paid $30 for this thing. So what I'll do is I'll put a buy link in the description below for the blaster, and I'll also put a buy link in the description below for the extra magazines. But for $30, you can't beat it. Well, in any event, until next time, this is Milo's Mods signing off.